Hi there, this is Tombatal, and while I know I promised my top 10 list from one of my earlier videos near Christmas, I have something absolutely exciting I want to chat about, something huge, something amazing and mind-blowing. As of December 2012, Creative Assembly, the developers of the Total War franchise, the franchise that is outright dedicated to creating the most deadliest, hugest war games ever seen on a monitor, have entered a licensing deal with Games Workshop to create multiple games. Who better than a huge UK company renowned for making nothing but the most stellar strategy games be for making a Warhammer video game? Warhammer, that's right. Warhammer. You know the one, I'm sure. The world of fantastic, insane, rambling servants of chaos gods, marauders chanting to their patrons for a chance of becoming willingly warped and twisted into demonic beasts. You have rampaging hordes of orcs that can rip through entire regiments of hardened soldiers and bust even the best strategies with their overgrown green might and push entire galaxies under their moshing bloody axes. You know, in a setting where entire sects of ancient, powerful vampires have risen up from their castles as overlords to entire unknowing human nations, forcing the peasants to take up their pikes and be sent off to war as cannon fodder, or simply revolt and die, be destroyed, risen up from their grave as skeletons, and be forced off to march and serve their ruin as masters anyways. That's just the tip of the iceberg here, folks. Yeah, that's right. It's that kind of insanity. It's like the darkest chocolate meets the most silky peanut butter in your mouth, and it's just mashed together into pure, complete goodness. Okay, so as you might see, I might be just a bit hyped up about this. Seeing the blog post announced on their website, and after reading through the article like over 40,000 times, it's exciting news. Though the overall vagueness of the comments does have me personally speculating on just a few things. First off, what kind of Warhammer game is this going to be? Games Workshop is not just a one-trick pony, right? And they do have several different franchises to develop from. Developer THQ has the rights to create Warhammer 40k, so I don't see that happening. And personally, thank God, I am tired of Space Marines! And I don't see them jumping into anything like Battlefleet Gothic. That's pretty much Warhammer 40k in space for the unknowing peanut gallery viewers here. What they're actually making is a game set in the universe of Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and especially considering the gameplay of the Total War series, it's a solid choice, no-brainer really. It's like 40k, but set in the medieval style, and it's amazing. It doesn't lose any of the gritty flavor, the massive scale of the Warhammer 40k universe that you may be familiar with in most of the games that have been released. And if anything, the Black Ages feel overall, it really enhances it, and I love it. Like I said, the setting is brilliant, and it's hard not to see its influence in modern, mature fantasy stories, so the potential for epicness here is just incredible. As you can see, it's my personal favorite out of all their products by far. In fact, it's one of my all-time favorite settings, period, for any kind of literature, story, gaming, period. So, as you can see, this is why I am so very happy and excited to hear this news. It's like my Christmas gift is already here, guys, and I mean, it's here, but I'm going to have to wait about 2 or 3 years to open it. On that related note, another question I had is, will it actually be a Total War game? Again, this seems obvious to you, not so much really. Although it's their most popular series by far, they've been known to go outside the box just a few times. Ooh, and that is not always a good thing, trust me. It's quoted on their website that they're actually creating a new development team split from the Total War team to make this game very similar, but brand new. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, that really remains to be seen. This gives the company in general a chance to do something different from what we've grown to see year after year, and considering how much respect that they clearly have for the Warhammer universe, I think it's going to be done with a lot of care. Let's just be clear here. If you know anything about Games Workshop, you know they are protective, so protective over their precious IPs. Since we know that Creative Assembly already secured the rights to Warhammer Fantasy, it's pretty easy to say that this wasn't an easy buy. And giving it to a brand new development team, the reins to their brand new license, that the company isn't just going to take this lightly and hash it. I mean, look at this comment right here. Come on, Tim Heaton, you are a fanboy. The companies are fanboys. So, yeah, I'm not worried. Just paranoid they'll fuck it up after seeing everything else a Warhammer Fantasy related in video game, but not worried. The one thing I've said about the Warhammer franchise is that after completely burying Empire Total War a few years back, I've always said that they need to get out of the historical battle eras, that kind of rut that they're in, because they're rapidly running out of interesting war eras to pick from. See, Total War 2 is proof of that one. But seriously, can't wait to pick that one up, just as I am with this. Secondly, the tabletop game of Warhammer isn't exactly the best conversion that you can do to a real-time formula, which the Total War series is all about. As you can see from, that one game that no one likes to really talk about, Mark of Chaos, you can pretty easily screw it up, and oh man, screw it up they did. They are likely going to take one of two paths of resistance here. They'll either develop it into a Total War game using the successful Total War platform that's going to be released very recently by Total War Rome 2. Or they could splice it into a completely new game, kind of turn it into a turn-based board game kind of feel, war game kind of feel. As I said in my welcome back video, turn-based gaming right now is on the rise, and damn, I sure called that one on a dime, didn't I? We've had awesome turn-based video games released recently, like Civilization 5. We've gotten Fallen Enchantress released on Steam just recently. You can talk about Heroes of Might and Magic 6, and dare I not even begin to list the near damn perfect XCOM remake, right? So, considering turn-based strategy has its relevance, its sizable fan base, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to see the new development team shy away from that Total War formula, try something new for the company, and stick with the already fantastic wargame rules pre-laid out for them. Either way they decide to go, I have my long, drawn-out opinions either way, and perhaps I'll do a separate video in the future about that later. From there, no other information has been released on the subject, and so I don't have anything else to talk much about without picking at the words and, fanboy rants, and don't you worry, I'll have plenty of time for that later. But you should know that I can't wait to fill you in on the details, guys. Of course, I'll be running more update videos as we get hand-fed information tidbits about the new Warhammer game, and I'll post more as I have some ideas about how this game is going to work in general. Ideas about campaigning, about factions, units, and so I want to get that all out there. I've got so much to talk about and always so little time, so as always, I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video and subscribe if you'd like to my channel to support me. So thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.